What is going on, guys? Welcome to the First 11 YouTube channel here for the EFL show. Unfortunately, no Charlie again this week, but hopefully he will be back next week. But it is me and Niall. Niall, obviously quite an interesting week in the EFL. Normally, I'd be coming on here saying, yeah, 3 points, we're going to get 6th place. But I don't really feel like celebrating.
No, I'm going to start, and if people are offended by strong language, cover your ears. Man United, fuck you. Manchester City, fuck you too. Chelsea, go fuck yourselves. Arsenal, go fuck yourselves. Tottenham, you're an irrelevant club, go fuck yourselves. And Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. Never have I heard so much garbage in my life. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, you may continue.
Yeah. I literally held a middle finger to each and every one of them. Every single one of those clubs and your owners can go fuck themselves. And that is as simple as that. We're going to go through, obviously, League One and League Two fixtures in this video. I don't think there's going to be a loan watch today unless you've got some... I mean, I can talk about my loanies performances, but that's about it.
To be brutally honest, with what's been going on in the football world, loan watch has not been done. I was on stream until about 4 a.m. last night. Yeah. I woke up at 12 and instantly have been delving through various statements. I've got the EFL statement that I'll read. I'm not even going to bother talking football. I think football is irrelevant. I'm numb to the fact that I'm not going through no results. I don't care. I don't care. Like, yeah, what they've done is they've taken the emotion out of football right now. I couldn't give a shit what the results were. We got a draw against Burton. Congratulations, well done.
I'm not even bothered that we got.
Well done.
I'm not even bothered. I got my first win in 10 games. I'm not even bothered.
For me, is they've taken away the emotion.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like I said at the beginning, I'd be coming on here now and saying, yeah, we got our first 3 points in 9 games. I don't even care about the result anymore. Like, yeah, 3 points. Let's just get another 3 points tomorrow against Accrington. That's it. I've got no emotion in those 3 points. And you know what I'm like, Niall. We haven't won in 9 games. I'd be only absolutely elated, but I've got no emotion in me anymore because the people in charge of football have taken this game away from us. And if people in the comments down below think this is not going to affect the Football League, think again, because there's so many things that could help in the worst way possible for the Football League, and it could put many more clubs out of business instead of helping them. So don't think for 1 second it won't affect the Football League, because it will do. But now let's go ahead straight away with the statement from I know that clubs like Lincoln and Barnsley and Preston have put out individual statements. My club's yet to make a statement. Don't know the situation on Plymouth, but you've got the official EFL statement.
We haven't made a statement. We've just kept it simple. We've put 4 pictures of fans in the stadium and put "We'll be nothing without you."
We haven't done anything yet.
We've kept it as simple as you can. Words mean nothing at this time. There's so many words. There's so many statements. To put 4 pictures up with the words "would be nothing without you." That just, for me, that just shows exactly what we're about. We're not going to put. We may have put a statement. I've been so busy, as you can imagine. Because on my channel at 9 p.m. I've another stream about obviously what's going on, and I've actually managed to get one from every club, barring Everton. I've got Everton, so I've got one from every club that is going to be affected, including some that are going to still be in the league next year. As you can imagine, but yeah, the statement reads: the EFL stands with the Premier League, the FA, PFA, LMA and FSA and colleagues across European professional football in condemnation of proposals which attack the foundation of open and fair competition upon which our game is built. A strong pyramid based on promotion, relegation and ultimately European qualification is fundamental to our game's continued success. EFL opposes any reform that doesn't support competition, integrity, or offer clubs the prospect of one day competing at the highest level of the game. Collective reform efforts should be focused on creating conditions that foster long-term sustainability at all levels of the domestic football and remove the current, almost impossible financial pressures created as a result of the huge differences of revenues associated to the Premier League in comparison to the Championship, League One and League Two. The EFL has long stated that the economics and governance of the English pyramid should be reset, and we remain committed working with the Premier League, the FA and game stakeholders to deliver that vision so that English professional can thrive in communities across the country for generations to come. I'm going to pause quickly.
Yeah, I just saw that comment. Go and fuck yourself.
In fact, I'm not going to ban you because it's not my channel, but do go fuck yourself. And I hope that this Super League fails and that your club is no more. And then you can go sort of feel how Burnley felt, shall we? So don't come in chatting shit. I'm just going to ignore that. In fact, I'm going to time him out. I'm going to just... I'm just going to...
share your thoughts on this whole situation just while I've got
I haven't finished the statement yet.
All right.
At its heart, football is a game for supporters, and widespread rejection of these proposals must be acknowledged. EFL clubs are an integral part of the towns and cities from which they take their name, and in many deliver the biggest single form of communal activity in their local area. The EFL's collective response to the pandemic in face of significant challenges highlights just how vital they are to the life of the nation, and anything that fundamentally weakens the system must be resisted. Having pioneered the original league format in 1888, it is ironic that proposals which would serve to destroy the value of sporting merit were announced on the weekend of the league's 133rd anniversary. Across EFL competitions, any club that can triumph over another, and fans of all clubs, regardless of size and status, must always be afforded the hope and successes on the pitch will be rewarded. The Championship is one of Europe's most prominent divisions and a gateway to England's top tier. The introduction of a predominantly closed European competition at the elite end kills a part of the game and league system which we established over a century ago. Similarly, the rejection of these proposals does not represent an endorsement for UEFA's own proposed reforms, which themselves represent a significant challenge to English football domestic programme. Under both proposals, the EFL has concerns about the future of the League Cup, which provides vital income to EFL clubs, is the breeding ground for stars of the future, and provides the top and bottom of English pyramid the opportunity to win their first major trophy of the season. The EFL will continue to work with colleagues across the game, at home and abroad, to defend our national game, protect our members, and ensure fans continue to have healthy, vibrant and enjoying pyramid system that they can continue to be proud of. So a slamming statement on part of the EFL. And I, do you know me, I don't ever agree with the EFL on any shape.
Neither do I.
Like they are a disgrace, but I stand with them, and interests me is in Parliament, for the first time ever, we actually have cross-party sort of work. They're working together. The Labour Party, the Conservatives, SNP, and the Liberal Democrats are all working together to destroy this Super League. And just the fact of this, I want all of them relegated down to grassroots. I want them at the lowest tier. No, not even national. Even if they go, no, we don't want to do it anymore, not enough. I want them relegated to the bottom of English football. Keith saying, what the fuck, why no results? Look, we'll get into some results, but I'm not really too bothered about them.
I'll get into talking about my team because there's still some talking points, and I'm sure now we'll talk about it a little bit, but the results don't matter when it comes down to this. I'm sorry, but
But
not this week.
yeah, heard Donny are going into it because we are massive. I don't believe Donny are one of the ones invited.
We might be invited into the B-Tech tier, but that's about it. But
yeah, no, I'm flabbergasted. I'm still shocked that this is even a thing.
well, it's a continuing development. Even today, you sort of you start to. I mean, recent developments. You know, the other 14 Premier League teams in the meeting, and you know, apparently, according to unofficial reports, the FA and the Premier League are swaying the way of the decision of the 14 clubs, and the 14 clubs want the Big Six out of the Premier League for good, until at least the Super League is done, and then they can enter through the Football League pyramid from the bottom and work their way up again. That is what the 14 clubs want at the minute. From what I've heard from unofficial reports in the meeting, the FA and the Premier League agree with the 14 clubs, and they're going to kick out the 6 teams. So, and I've also heard that on Friday, Man City and Chelsea are announced to be kicked out of the Champions League, which will likely confirm either a PSG Dortmund final or PSG automatically win the Champions League. We know that Man United and Arsenal will probably be kicked out of the Europa League as well. We expect a Villarreal
for the Champions League, I think they should do a playoff. So I think they should do a game between Porto and Dortmund in the set as a semi-final game. Winner goes on to PSG.
And PSG Bayern.
No.
Well, no, Bayern's not in it. Bayern's not in it, is it?
Oh yeah, you could have Bayern. Yeah.
You could have PSG, Bayern, Porto, and Dortmund in like a little group stage mini table. Play each other once.
Actually, have all 3 of them face it. The reason I don't think Bayern will be going in is because they were legitimately knocked out by a team that isn't going to screw over English football. Like I think that the teams that are doing this, they're disgusting. Like, let me make that matter of fact. I now hate all 12 of them clubs more than Exeter City.
And that's a statement. Exeter City put out a wonderful post today about the fans, and that shows.
Yeah, I liked it. I had actually a really nice chat with an Exeter fan today, which doesn't normally happen. That's very rare. And we both just basically came to an agreement that we like each other more than the other 12 clubs, and that if we had the opportunity, we would literally go kick them all in the bollocks. The owners, not the fans. We have solidarity. We have solidarity for fans, but for the owners, I think I suggested yesterday go buy 20-inch dildos that are really thick and shove them up your asses. I still, to this day and to this minute, keep saying Ireland shall getting on with you. Yeah, we both again have an agreement that we're going to go punch. Is it Joel Glazer? Is that the dickhead that's doing it?
Joel Glazer, Fiorentino Perez. I'll tell you what, you take Glazer, I'll take Perez, and I'll knock his Spanish arse back out to Villarreal or wherever.
And I also have Kroenke.
Oh, yeah, you can have Kroenke, and then I'll go to John W. Henry and break his glasses.
I'll take them both at the same time. I feel like I can do that.
As long as you give me 2 of them that I can knock out, and I'll give you 2 of them.
Yeah, we'll just leave Roman Abramovich. Who's City's owners?
Yeah.
They're that irrelevant that I don't even know who they are.
Sheikh Mansour.
Sheikh Mansour. Yeah, he can go fuck himself.
He don't want to even come round my end. I'm from the other side of Hexthorpe.
I'm just
one of the roughest areas in the country, and they come down to Hexthorpe. They ain't gonna do fuck all. Yeah, like I said, the developments just keep progressing on this each and every day. Like I said, Arsenal and Man United probably going to be kicked. If Man City and Chelsea have been kicked out of the Champions League on Friday, then Arsenal and Man United will be kicked out of the Europa League, and it will be Unai Emery's Villarreal versus Roma in the final of the Europa League.
Oh, Charlie, you don't get J.W. Henry. Chris wants him.
You don't get it. Carlisle do not want John W. Henry. I'd rather you.
No. He wants to kick his head in. He's
I'll give you John W. Henry. I'll focus on Agnelli this time.
Breaking news: Burton slapped Doncaster 3-0. Fuck Doncaster. You know what? We only drew with them, so does that mean that Argyle are better than Doncaster?
Probably. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's
Do you want me to go through the statement that the sport and culture
oh, hang on. Live statement from Fabrizio Romano just came on my Twitter feed. Serie A clubs meeting is now over. Juventus, AC, and Inter have announced their intention to stay in the domestic league and play in Serie A. Also, if they're a part of the Super League, UEFA will fight to ban Super League clubs from domestic leagues. So, Juventus and AC Milan and Inter Milan on one side, UEFA and the league on the other. Basically, that's what the stance is in Italy. Which is complete and utter bullshit because I don't know what direction.
The Premier League are having
they're meeting
tomorrow.
They're meeting the other 14 clubs. Oh no, they're meeting the 14 clubs today, and then I'm guessing they're going to be meeting with some other people tomorrow. I'm guessing that's the plan.
Simran, no, Plymouth are amazing, mate. Big up to yourself. I quite like that. I'm not the same guy as United. He's toxic. Ban him. It's not my channel to ban. If Indiana wants to ban him, then Indiana is more than welcome to ban him. If he comes on my channel, then I'll absolutely do that.
Just seen a comment here from Keith. Chal, you're like a prime Tyson Fury at Rotherham away, you. Listen, a Coventry fan tried offering me out while I was in the match stands on the last day of the season. I offered him out. He stepped back and pussied away back into his corner. So, you know, the owners don't want to take me on, trust me. Because I would have decked that Coventry fan, and I'll deck the bloody owners if they come knocking on my door. But yeah, I think from an EFL standpoint, it's been a hard one because you know we know all the stuff about the financial package support from the Premier League, the parachute payments, and you know that my club has actually come out before and stated that we've been promised more funds than we actually got, so we're already screwed anyway. We're not in an administration position, but we're not exactly the richest club in the world. But we were promised more than we were given. We've come out and said that. We've exposed the Football League for that. Thank you very much, Bertrand. You know, we've come out and exposed them for not getting enough funds than we were promised. And now this, and you see, was he 14? No, he was about my age, pal. But no, trust me, this whole situation is going to literally. I was in the family stand. Yeah, you must have seen me. But yeah, it feels like the death of football because you just know that the Super League is going to do
absolutely do the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Go on to Twitter and use the hashtag say no to the European Super League. Please go do that. Let's make some noise. We have that ability to make noise. Obviously, if you want to protest outside the stadiums, go do it. Go do it.
Today.
Make as much noise, be as much of a nuisance as possible. If anyone sees any sightings of these owners, because I believe they've all gone missing since they all got their asses ripped into last night, then do let us all know. Donny Dog him this.
I've just seen on Twitter. There's Chelsea fans out. No, hang on. No, it's Liverpool fans outside Ellen Road right now. With their banners, and there's a planned protest apparently either today or tomorrow afternoon from Chelsea fans. There's Man United banners going around, Liverpool banners. The Tottenham Supporters Trust has broken away. Well, not broken away, but they've said the betrayal of the club. So the Supporters Trust are against their club in Tottenham. There's a lot of and you see the Leeds banner. You see the Leeds banner at one of the ends. Earn it on the pitch. Football is for the fans. And Leeds United put that out on their seating areas.
Have you seen what Villa did?
Oh no!
They posted a picture of Matty Cash saying we've got Man City in a couple of days time. Wonder why they use Matty Cash.
Oh, I wonder why.
It can't be the name. That would be too obvious, wouldn't it? Nah.
It's too obvious. Way too obvious.
Must just because they quite like him.
Just seen another tweet from the Square Ball. Warm reception for the Merseyside Reds franchise coach arriving at Ellen Road. The chant is, "We're fans united, we'll never be defeated, and fuck off to the Super League." So well done to Leeds United for giving them a very warm reception to Ellen Road. I'm sure they'll feel very comfortable. In fact, you know what?
Have we had any statements from Klopp yet?
Nothing yet, but I want to see him walk from the club tomorrow, even if they get a loss today.
He's gonna have to do the pre-match interview, isn't he?
Yep. And you know what the weird thing is? And it's not there now, and I wish I screenshotted it while it was up there. Leeds United on their fixture list on their website replaced the names of like Liverpool, Man United, and Man City, and they had them listed as Merseyside Reds, Trafford Reds, City Blues, London Blues, London Reds, London Whites. It's absolutely hilarious. I wish I screenshotted it, but I got told by you are
fair play to him. Hold on, what did you get told?
That basically that's it. They replaced the names of the clubs with generic names that PES uses on their football games, and fair play to Leeds United for that. And I mean, this gives us
a statement from Bastian Schweinsteiger. If the Super League will be realised, it will destroy football with its national leagues as we know it, and this will be very sad to me.
Yeah, it's. You see loads of professionals coming out.
There's a lot of big names. There's a lot of big names, sort of.
Bruno Fernandes, Mesut Ozil, Richarlison.
And I was told the big players wouldn't say anything because it would risk their jobs. Oh yeah.
As soon as I saw Bruno Fernandes post on Instagram, I was like, "Yep, he's."
I was on your channel when I found out, and I was like, "Oh wow."
Bruno's done it. The next ones I'm waiting for now is Marcus Rashford and Jurgen Klopp. I'm waiting for them to come out and say something. I want Jurgen Klopp to walk, and I want Marcus Rashford to do the decent thing here and quit Manchester United.
James Pearce saying hundreds of fans protesting outside Ellen Road. Fuck the Super League is the chant, followed by 6 greedy bastards.
Yes. Yes. The fans movement is growing. Thank you.
Simran saying, "Yeah, why are you doing this, Manu? You're disappointing me." Seeing Charles in the train station scrapping with Rotherham fans.
Yeah.
Aaron, you applied for the Donny job.
I haven't, but I have applied for an assault charge on a Rotherham fan.
Do a better job than that, Pillock. Can't be on about your manager. Surely he's not that much of a pillock, is he?
As soon as he plays in the defence, we end up winning again. It shows our manager's the best defender. Marcelo Bielsa came out around an hour or so ago saying one of the reasons football is the most popular sport in the world is because the weak can beat the beautiful. The powerful, sorry. Marcelo Bielsa coming out with that statement, and someone retweeted that saying, "Couldn't have said it better myself, GOAT manager." So loads of people are really coming out now, and
do you know
really
what? A lot of the big clubs they're tweeting stuff, but they're not really addressing the major issue. That's for me.
One thing I've noticed with Liverpool is they go and tweet it, and then a few hours later they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's match day. We're against Leeds United tonight. Who's in?" And they're all like, "Fuck off."
I've just seen a tweet, and by the way, I'm not saying do this, but they said, by the way, illegally streaming football matches is now your civic duty. I don't agree with that, but yeah.
Speaking of Leeds and Liverpool, their lineups have come out as well.
I don't care.
Yeah. I'm just saying their lineups have come out. I mean, I don't know if I should go through them, but no. I won't go through.
I'll remove you from a stream if you mention one name.
I won't go through Liverpool's lineup. I mean, Leeds lineup, I'll be happy to
Oh yeah,
go
we
through,
can go through Leeds. I like Leeds. They're
yeah,
not
yeah,
fit.
yeah, absolutely. I won't even mention Liverpool as Merseyside Reds. I just won't mention their players. Leeds have gone out with a 4-1-4-1 here. They've gone through Meslier in goal, Captain Ayling, Lorente, Strujic, and Alioski. Phillips as the centre defensive midfielder, Costa, Dallas, Roberts, Harrison, and Bamford up front. Then on the bench, Casilla, Berardi, Davis, Koch, Click, Hernandez, Shackleton, Gelhart, and Vader. And Liverpool, well, fuck all the rest of them unless they quit. But yeah, that's what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, obviously the situation's going to keep developing. We're all going to keep putting out, updates on the situation, and I think that this is the one of the one times where I'll agree with the Football League and I'll say, you know what, you put out the right statement. Now help deliver on the promise, and this is where the EFL's really got to step up.
Leeds tweeted 9 hours ago. All Leeds, aren't we? Yeah, I'm Leeds.
We had a thing 10 years ago when we beat them in the playoff final in 08 at Wembley, and John Ryan said maybe some Leeds fans can come and support Doncaster now. You know what, Donny fans, we are Leeds fans tonight. And we're going to see them batter.
I mean, I've never really liked Leeds too much, but I'll be a Leeds fan.
Yeah, I'll be a Leeds fan. And when Man U and Arsenal play next, I'll be their opponent's fan.
Apparently, Prince William is concerned about the European Super League.
Concerned is the understatement.
Yeah, but the fact that Prince William is there going, yeah, we're concerned, you might want to wake up.
Oh, good.
I wish we had started this at 6 o'clock because Gary Neville's taking. I'm pausing this 1 minute. Carry on talking for a second. I'm pausing this so that I don't miss anything.
I won't be surprised now if they think, Prince William's come out and said that he's concerned. Now we're not going to do anything. Imagine if the Queen came out and said she's concerned. Oh shit, we need to do something. It's just like it's a weird situation, man. Like we're going to start Americanizing everything, where we're going to have quarters instead of halves, and we're going to have a halftime show by Cardi B's hologram, and we're going to have
the halftime show is going to be performed by Mohammed Salah doing Bollywood dancing. That's how it's going to happen. He's going to be in a lovely black dress with lots of sequins.
I know what will happen. I know one thing that'll happen. VAR decisions. They're gonna say they're going to VAR. We'll be back in a minute. They'll play a couple of adverts, and then they won't show the people watching at home the VAR decision. Play a couple of adverts, go back, and they're giving the decision without even showing us what it was. That's what they'll do. It's going to be like watching an NBA in football. It's that all over again. And also, the NBA's back. They're great at what they do, but it just doesn't work in football. It doesn't work in Europe.
Yeah. I still don't know how they've got the bit where we're going to allow 5 people from other clubs to qualify for the Super League. It's like
Romano's statement. This is about the Champions League and the Europa League.
Cool.
UEFA decision about Champions League and Europa League semi-finals will be made in the next days after meeting with legal team. They'll decide whether to exclude City, Chelsea, Real, Man U, and Arsenal. The president wants to ban them as soon as possible. It's not decided, depends on the legal team. So the legal team right now is the only thing stopping them from being kicked out of their competitions. And I think they're going to be kicked out.
Premier League is now friendly. Concerned, should be disappointed. Hope Doncaster and Plymouth get top 4.
We could still get 6th place.
I mean, next season we're shooing to get promoted, especially when you add 6. If you add 6 teams from League One, they're League Two. They're pretty shit. So I'm fancying my chances. But Aaron, how about we talk about how this is going to affect the EFL?
Yeah, like I said earlier, parachute payments are going to get less. The money that we've been promised that we never even got as many funds we were promised before this, and now we're going to get less funds, and we're not even going to get promised the funds we're going to be delivered again. And clubs are going to get poorer, and more clubs are going to go out of business. And it's the lower leagues that are going to be the things that push fans to support other clubs because they don't want to support big old billionaire clubs anymore. So football is going to go one of two ways. more are going to go out of business, or more of the big club fans are going to start supporting their locals more, and we're going to get more financial interest, and we're going to become a richer clubs and a richer league. And you know what? If that extra few million helps us, so be it.
See, I said on your channel that I wasn't overly concerned. Now I still retain that. So the reasons, look, for me, I would love them to stay. I'm a traditionalist. I love the Premier League as it is. It really helps my channel, and all of that. But if they go, I'm not going to cry. I'm certainly not going to beg them to come back, because
be a better Premier League.
We're in a very good situation now, because it means we can reform the Premier League and the financial structure, which we've been calling for months or years or decades, shall we say.
Years.
So we can now reform the English game and reform the financial side of it. I only see a positive there. Yes, we're not going to have as much money, but who cares, right? I watch our goal for the love of the game. Just means that players aren't going to be earning ridiculously stupid amounts. But the thing is, if UEFA ban these people from competitions, they're not going to have a great time either, because the likes of Bruno and Kevin want to play for their countries. Playing for your country is the ultimate achievement.
So Bruno and Kevin are going to end up walking from their clubs, and I mean, Salah's going to want to play in the Africa Cup of Nations, which is a UEFA, tournament. So Salah will want, if he wants to play for Egypt in his home country.
Well, the last time I heard, Mason Greenwood was signing for Plymouth Argyle, so.
And Marcus Rashford was a Doncaster player. But no, it's.
We don't want Rashford.
We might want Van der Beek.
Well, no, we'll take Van der Beek. Well, I don't want any of their centre backs.
I don't want Scott McTominay.
Well, we'll take Scott, actually. Scotty would be a good centre back in League One.
Well, to be fair, in Scotland there was a big story coming out this afternoon that from Daily Record Sport news article that Tierney, McTominay, and Robertson could face heavy threats from UEFA if they don't quit their club. So if Tierney doesn't walk away from Arsenal, Robertson walk away from Liverpool, and McTominay walk away from his boyhood club and still compete with Scotland, this is where I feel sorry for the players in all this, because they're probably being kept silent from putting anything out there unless they're absolutely forced to. And they're
I think the players are. I think they're
in a situation where they either have to stick with their clubs and play at the highest level to feed their families, or they play with their countries, play with lesser teams, and struggle to feed their families. They're in a no-win situation.
I just want to address this comment. I would, but I wouldn't take Lindelof or Maguire.
Yeah, I wouldn't take them either. I'd only be interested in the up-and-coming talent.
Or the talented. Bruno could come to our goal. I'd love to see a bit of Bruno.
I want Aubameyang. I want the Aubameyang chance at Rovers.
I mean, that wouldn't be my first choice from Arsenal, but crack on. We'll take Saka. What we'll do is we'll do a world draft one day of all players from the top 6 that get relegated.
Who's going to finish in last? Who's going to finish second from bottom?
I just don't understand why Arsenal and Tottenham want to be Europeans whipping boys. It's beautiful.
But to be fair, I got my dream wish. We could be in a bigger league than Arsenal, and I've wanted that for years. I think when Arsenal were near the relegation zone, I was like, surely, and we were near the top. We were in the top 2, and Arsenal were in near the relegation zone. I was like, surely we can't see Donny v Arsenal next season. It could generally
every
happen.
Prem player would get into our team. What, you take Eddie Nketiah?
I won't take Eddie Nketiah over Tyrese John Jules. No way.
I've watched Eddie Nketiah. I'm not convinced. Can barely play of his own age group, let alone the physical league of the Premier League. But yeah, I'm not overly concerned. I'm annoyed, yes, of course, but I'm not concerned. I think this is a great opportunity for us to revamp the Premier League. Everton,
EFL Premiership.
Everton, I think it'll still be Premier League, because Everton are a big club. Villa are a big club. Like, Everton, for me, is bigger than United and Liverpool put together now.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of hatred towards these red clubs now. I don't like the colour red anymore. Never really did. too much, but I don't like the colour red.
Yeah, and think about it. If this big six get kicked out, basically the situation, and I've said this on multiple streams now, Leicester will be the Premier League champions. Leicester, Everton, West Ham, and Leeds are in the Champions League.
I don't like the colour white, red, or blue.
And then Wolves, Aston Villa, and Crystal Palace in the Europa League, and Sheffield United stay up.
And I don't like Americans.
And then the new six in the Premier League next season, if the six go out and the six come up from the Championship, at the minute it's Norwich, who are promoted anyway, Watford, Swansea.
Do you know what? I like Max Howard.
Bournemouth and Barnsley.
Do you know what? If England have a great opportunity, actually, yeah, ban them all. Because do you know what? We'll be starting. We'll have Pope in goal, Max Howard's right back, Godfrey. Name me an English centre back. Tyrone Mings.
Klopp statement.
What's Klopp said?
To the BBC. It's the same opinion about Super League. I have the same opinions about Super League. It's a tough one. People aren't happy, and I'm not involved. Liverpool is more than some decisions. My aim is to have always been part of the Champions League. I like the idea that West Ham can play in the Champions League. Klopp to West Ham, perhaps.
No, I just think he's made a very strong statement there, saying, "I like the Champions League." I think
this is the beginning of the end for Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. I think he's going to walk away, especially if they lose today.
Yeah, well, I don't even think that.
I think Klopp's going to walk away. Arteta might not walk away, but he didn't. He was in the dark.
Arteta won't walk away. He'll love the idea.
No, but Arteta and the players were in the dark about this whole thing. So maybe
but Arsenal are a tiny club. This is a major benefit to Arsenal.
They're finally relevant for once. But the thing why I say Arteta could walk is because
FYI, someone said like all of Tottenham's achievements and trophies, but they missed out the Audi Cup. So I tweeted, "You missed the Audi Cup." I'm currently on 168 likes there, so I'm almost Twitter famous.
Oh, Jesus Christ! But
they did miss the Audi Cup, most prestigious competition in English football.
Yeah, prestigious in Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Yeah, Jose got sacked.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
I knew that.
Jose refused to take training because of the Super League.
No, that was unconfirmed. I think someone else came out and said afterwards that it was to do with results and nothing else. So
yeah, but that's come from Tottenham. Of course, they're going to say it's that. Not really going to say.
I think Fabrizio Romano said it as well.
Yeah, that's because that's the Tottenham PR spin, right? There's no way Tottenham are going to turn around and go, "Yeah, we sacked Jose. He refused to take training because of the Super League statement."
I think there was a video an hour ago about Jose Mourinho saying to someone after he got sacked, apparently sacked, he went to someone, he said, "I'll never leave football, I'll always be..." Something like that. It's like, I'll never leave.
I think Jose's made a stand. I think he said, "I'm not taking training because of the Super League," and now he's been sacked. I'm standing by that. I can see through Tottenham's PR shit. Similar to United.
That statement. He said to Sky Sports News, no need. He said one line to Sky Sports News: "No need for a break. I'm always in football." So yeah, that's Jose Mourinho stance on the whole thing. He was outside with a Sky Sports reporter. It was on his Instagram.
He really likes that Sky Sports reporter as well.
Yeah, Mourinho was filming the press on his Instagram as well, saying, "You're going to be on my Instagram, 1.9 million." Just the complete arrogance in Jose Mourinho.
I just love Jose. I think he's brilliant. But let's go through some results. You can do this.
We're not going to go through all of them in detail, but Blackpool with a nice 1-0 win over Sunderland. Of course, the funny thing is that Sunderland scored, it was disallowed, and then Blackpool ended up scoring straight afterwards, which was quite hilarious.
Credit to Sunderland.
Blackpool,
I mean.
Blackpool, Seasiders, they're keeping up their unbeaten streak, and they're still in the Blackpool could seriously be an underrated contender in these playoffs if they still go ahead, because we don't know if they're doing the 6 up or not automatically. So if the playoffs still go ahead,
we'll know more tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we will know more in the next 24 or 48 hours. But in terms of Blackpool, unless this, if this means the 6 are going to go up and Blackpool's one of them, Blackpool, I think, have got the tools to survive in the Championship. Bristol Rovers losing 1-0 to Lincoln. Charlie won't like that, but it was more Fight Club than football. As I saw back the highlights, a big talking point. Edward Upson getting sent.
Blackpool are down, mate. Blackpool are down.
Blackpool down, really?
No, not Blackpool. Bristol Rovers, I mean.
Oh, yeah, they're down. They're down. Lincoln City are trying to hang on to their recent form, which is nice for them, but it was Fight Club all day. I don't know if you saw the highlights back, but Upson punching and strangling the Lincoln player. He got sent off. Barton got yellow card on the sidelines. It was literally the UFC on the pitch. But
someone just tweeted biggest clubs in Merseyside according to my book. Number 1, Everton. Number 2, Everton Women. Number 3, Tranmere. Number 4, Marine FC. Number 5, Lower Breck. I'm not sure who Lower Breck is, but
I think they're like the 10th or 11th tier or something.
And then coming up in number 5,000, Liverpool.
Yeah, Burton won against Plymouth. I mean, this was an interesting match for you guys. I mean, you were 1-0 down, I think, and then you equalised.
No, we were 1-0 up. We were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Of course we were.
Look,
I don't care. Like, it's Burton. Like, they're actually
goal against the run of play.
Yeah. Nah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we should defend it better for night. We did so well for 92 minutes, and then we just stopped. Which you just can't do. But look, now a 1-1 away at Burton, who's in some really good form with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. I suppose there's been worse results that we've had. Yeah, we've drawn a fair few games recently, which is a bit annoying, but
I think for both sides, they're not going up, they're not going down. Just go again next season.
We don't know how many more people will join the Super League. We would need. We need another 16 teams to join the Super League, and then our goal get promoted.
We'll see what happens. Anything can happen now. Charlton and Ipswich drawing 0-0 at the Valley. Nothing really to say on this. Just two sides thinking they were safe in their playoff positions when we all know they need a bit of work.
Looks like a really entertaining, thrilling game. Lots of goals.
Hull 2, Fleetwood 1. Fleetwood took the lead. Hull turned it around. Hull are pretty much up anyway. Doesn't matter whether it's 2 up and then the playoffs to decide number 3 or it's a top 6 going up automatically. Hull are up anyway.
Do you think they'll do playoffs? I don't think they'll do playoffs. If they're booting them all out, I don't think they'll do playoffs. I think they'll just...
If the 6th Premier League are getting kicked out and the 6th formula falls down the Football League, there'll be no playoffs. It'll be... If there's going to be playoffs, then it'll be 5 automatic and then the next 4 for the 6th.
I feel bad for League 2 because it's like whoever finishes... Because obviously,
7th.
You have like 7 teams, don't you, that are in where a shot because you have the 3 automatics and then 4 playoffs. I do feel sorry for whoever finishes 7th, but it's a bit like last.
If it's Exeter, then you won't worry.
I won't worry at all. But no, I think it's similar to last season. Remember when we were waiting to find out what we were doing in terms of promotions and all of that? It's similar now. Like, just thank you to all the top 6. You're much appreciated.
Well, you know what? To be fair, Bristol Rovers could still stay up because, of course, the whole 6
thing. Yeah, they might not even do relegation this year.
And they they might still do relegations, but imagine if it's a 6 formula, then it also means the other two could go down as well. So that means that Wimbledon and
Shrewsbury or Burton the Premier League ain't going to do relegations because then they would lose 9 teams.
Oh yeah, so Premier League are do relegations, so they bring in the 6 champions, and you got a whole.
I don't think they'll do relegations. I don't think.
No, oh no.
I think what will happen is the Premier League will lose 6 teams, so they won't do relegations. I think the top 6 will go from a championship, lose no one else. The top 6 will go from Leagues 1, lose no one else. The top 6 will go up from Leagues 2, lose no one else. And then the top 6 from the Vanarama National League will go up to League 2, lose no one else.
And the Premier League teams going down.
Then probably the top 3 from North and South will go up into the National League, and then just that's the football pyramid pretty much.
And then chuck the Premier League teams into the North and South. Well, the North and South.
No,
3 by 3.
I mean, I would presume that they'll just take an extra set from the grassroots, from the amateur leagues below them, and add them in. So I presume that
they won't. But they'll be like Bayern Munich 2, won't it? They won't go up. It's like Bayern Munich 2 in a way, because they won't go up. The academy teams from the Big 6. If they're going to bring in the amateur teams for the non-league, then they won't be allowed to go up like Bayern Munich 2 in the Bundesliga.
There's no B teams, is there?
There's a Bayern Munich B team in Europe.
Not in fucking England, though, isn't?
No. But if you if they take the amateur teams from grassroots, if they bring in like the youth academy teams from the Big 6 that aren't involved in this first team situation, bring them into the Vanarama National League North and South.
Not a chance.
Oh right,
not even a chance.
Not even the youth.
Nah, mate, get fucked. Not a chance on this planet. Are we allowing them wankers to put their youth teams into our leagues?
No. So just bring teams up from North Premier League, South Premier League, Isthmian Premier League.
Yeah.
To fill in the North and South numbers.
Why not? Evo
Fair enough. Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Do it from like the Evo stick.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can. We've got plenty of grassroots clubs that could do Conference South and North.
And I reckon, I don't know if it's North and South or the division below, but I think one of the 6 teams that could, or one of the 3 teams that could go into the next division up with this whole formula is, coincidentally, one of the clubs that the Football League let go under, Hereford. So that would be quite hilarious. That it's karma biting back on the arse. Moving on to Stadium MK, where Portsmouth lost again, 1-0. And I saw the miss from John Marquis in the second half, and I was like, thank God we haven't got that guy.
He's having fun, isn't he?
I'm kind of glad we haven't got him as manager now. But yeah, MK Dons next season. Rochdale with a big win over Accrington, 3-1. Maybe the late stay up if there's no relegations anyway. But I can't believe we're sitting here saying there's no relegations and Rochdale will survive again.
Don't even know if there's going to be a relegation this year, boys. Do you know what? This might Grimsby might be like, yes, boys, get in there. Please leave. Go now. Leave quickly.
But you know what the weird thing is? It's like some of these teams like your Rochdales and that, and you know this what pissed me off about this. We were in for an exciting relegation battle that went down to the final day of the season from the looks of it.
I'm not sure the fans of them clubs will agree with that, but yeah, sure.
And then
we can use that derogatory language to describe them losing their status as a League One club, but yeah, sure, let's use it.
And it was literally 6 into 4 relegation places around the final day of the season, and then something happens and no one's getting relegated. They just took the fun out of a promotion and relegation battle now for our lower league. The heartache of football. It's the heartache of football they've ripped out.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I'd rather lose the 6 clubs and keep Rochdale in League One. Why not?
I would, yeah.
You know, big up Torquay. They're going to get back into League 2. Big up Torquay.
And if it's 6 clubs from the Vanarama National League, if it's 6 clubs from the Vanarama National League, that's Stockport, Notts County, Hartlepool, Sutton, Torquay, Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds.
Have you said that in order, or are you just making them clubs up?
No, it's not in order, but those are the 6 clubs in the top 6 right now in the Vanarama National League.
Are you sure about that? Do you want me to check?
Double check.
I know with you can sometimes get a bit.
I think Chesterfield's a point outside the top 6, or a couple of points.
So teams going up would be Hartlepool, Sutton, Torquay United, Stockport, Wrexham, and FC Halifax.
Halifax, that's the one.
But Chesterfield and Notts County have a game in hand and 2 games in hand over Wrexham. So most likely you could probably see it as Hartlepool, Sutton, Torquay, Stockport, Chesterfield, and Notts County. plenty of former Football League clubs coming back up. Hartlepool,
Notts
Torquay,
County, one of the original founding members of the
Stockport,
Football League.
Notts County and Chesterfield all have been recently in the Football League, so it'd be good to get them back.
Yeah, Notts County, one of the founding members of the Football League. Good to see them back, hopefully. Next results, a very good one for me. Shrewsbury 0, Doncaster 2. Our first win. Our first win in 9. I'm glad we've got this rotting form out of the window now. And as soon as Butler comes into the defence, and as soon as Bogle's out injured, we seem to just play well. Just play well. And maybe that's a sign that Bogle needs to just step away from the squad and Butler needs to start every game. But no, two good goals. I think the first one, I'll say this from experience from watching the match. The first goal was an unexpected apologetic slip from a Shrewsbury defender. He slips on the ground a bit. Okunabiri takes it off him. He can't chase back and it's 1-0. The second goal, Taylor Richards, who had a man of the match performance, by the way, definitely
took up. Go down from the conference, or 4?
It's 4. It's usually 4, but it's 3 this season because
Dover's no longer.
In fact, there's no relegations this season because obviously North and South are null and void. But yeah. Second goal. Taylor Richards
how do we pick who goes into a conference then?
Well, I think this is where the Premier League will kick out the 6 teams and put them just in the Vanarama National League because of the null and void seasons in North and South.
Yeah, but if we're kicking them out and they go do the Super League, then they're not going to be joining English football, are they?
Yeah, true.
So how the hell do we decide who goes into a conference?
Again, this is where we turn to the Premier League clubs that aren't in the Super League, maybe putting their youth academies in the National League. But having no option to be promoted.
Or do we base it off the season before, and the ones that weren't promoted
are now up?
So, because I presume they would have picked last season's winner, top 2, to go up into the conference. So, do you think they'll pick 3rd and 4th in them leagues to go up?
That is definitely key. And to be fair, we've got to remember that Dover's still in the league, even though the results have been exposed this season. They're still in the league next season, unless something happens. Yeah. It's just they've refused to play the rest of their fixtures unless they get the money they were promised.
I mean, that seems fair.
They took a stance. Fair play to them. But yeah, I was going to say the second
goal.
Still
done change. That's still done. Yeah, there's no Macclesfield, so we're going to need 7. Macclesfield North or South.
I want to bring Bury up. I want to see Bury AFC Bury.
Yeah, but no, we have to do this fairly. So Macclesfield North or South?
I think they're further down than that because, of course, they've set up now as Macclesfield either AFC or FC.
No. I mean, are they Northern or Southern England?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
North, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll check.
Yeah.
Welcome to for anyone watching. Welcome to the National League show. We fuck the EFL. Who wants to talk about the EFL? We instantly lose the viewer for that. We're to the National League show. Just checking Macclesfield.
What I will say though, while you're checking that, the second goal for Doncaster. Taylor Richards, who had a man of the match performance, he definitely took the advice of Paul Popper with the way he played. Just silky skills all game. Sweeps the ball under the Shrewsbury player. It was very bad defending. Oh, it's North. Very bad.
It's Manchester.
Yeah. It was very bad defending by Shrewsbury. Stayed on the ball for too long. He swept it underneath, passed it to Okunabiri. Okunabiri led it back to Richards before getting absolutely pelted by a tackle. And then Richards just kills it top corner in from the penalty area. So it was 2 good goals. We defended for the rest of the match. Well, not the rest of the match. We still attacked a few times, but
any other big results we need to talk about, or should we just end it there?
Wigan 2, Crewe 0. Good result for Wigan, but that might not count for anything now. They're going to stay up probably. Yeah. Wimbledon 4-1 over Swindon. Swindon have now sacked John Sheridan as manager.
I like
And then
Chelsea.
Oxford turned around a 2-0 defeat to Gillingham to win 3-2. So a good turnaround for Oxford. I wanted Gillingham to actually draw or win that because it meant that they didn't get sixth place, Oxford. So and we meant we were close to sixth place. But there we go. And obviously the day before, Peterborough beat Northampton 3-1. We're not going to bother with League Two, but they've all done well.
Apart from the teams that lost.
Yeah, apart from the teams that lost. Grimsby got a good result against Bolton. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if we've got nothing else to really talk about, it's probably a good place to end it there. Just shattered after all of the shit that's been on today. So,
mate, honestly, I had to get. I literally, like, I had a uni deadline today as well. I got through it 3 hours before the deadline, thank God. But you know, with everything going on, I was like, I'm going to be shattered by the end of this with all the stuff I'm going to do. And, you know, I messaged.
I am shattered. That's why I'm trying to end it, because I want to. I'm interested to see what Gary and Jamie are saying.
I want to tune in and hear what they're saying. But, guys, we're going to probably end it there then. Our last message will be, fuck the people in charge of the Super League. Go suck our cocks. And Niall, where can we find you?
Anywhere near my private genitalia, please. I don't know where they've been.
Niall, where can we find you?
Anywhere but the European Super League. You can find me at Niall_PAFC on my YouTube channel at Let's Talk Premier League. And you can also find me slagging off all the top six. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you can find me at Aaron_Challoner on Twitter. You can also find me on Forever Football DRFC, slagging off the Super League in a PG way because the club is still monitoring my content. But thank you very much, guys, for watching the First 11 EFL show. We'll be back next week.
Mine is on PG content.
Yeah, so if you want adult content, he's the man. He's the man. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching the EFL show here on the First 11. We'll be back, of course, next week. Well, hopefully we've got some EFL games to go in detail with. Charlie will hopefully be back. Big up the panel, says Real Chris. And for now, guys, cheers, all the best, God bless. Rovers till I die.